Hello, beautiful people, and Happy New Year. I hope you've been really well, and I hope you've had a really nice start to your 2022. Today, we're looking into what the person on your mind isn't telling you, but what is important for you to know right now. We'll be getting tarot, oracle cards, and channeled messages as usual, as well as advice. I don't really have too much to say, I guess. So I will leave you to focus on which deck calls to you the most, and I'll see you soon. Hello, my beautiful pile ones, and welcome and Happy New Year. I haven't filmed in a while, and I'm just starting with your pile straight up without the introduction, without any preparation really. But I've been feeling really called to film, so here we are. So we'll start with some oracle cards, and then we will get into the tarot and channeled messages and advice. We are starting off your reading with Venus Love, which is it's just beautiful. But okay, let me focus. Let's get you some more cards. Today we're looking into what the person on your mind isn't telling you that is important for you to know right now. And these could be things you already know or things that you've already been told, but maybe it's important to be emphasized right now. We have step out of your comfort zone, North Node, and we have it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. There seems to have been a shift here in this connection, in this situation, if not physically, then energetically. For some of you, I do feel that this is maybe someone new, on the newer side, but for others of you, this could be someone that you already know, kind of coming back. It feels like the emotions may have been instant here, or if this is, well, regardless of whether this is someone new or someone from your past, the attraction, the chemistry seems to be pretty much instant, like you just click. There could be a lot of banter, you could have a similar sense of humor, and it feels like this person is falling for you, or they're falling for you all over again. That's kind of what it feels like. It's like a reignition or something being ignited if this is a new person. It feels like the situation itself may have been a little bit of a slow burn. So I would take this as either, if this is someone from the past, maybe you never managed to fully ground the connection, maybe they had to move away, maybe there were certain obstacles in their mind or in your physical world that prevented the two of you from coming together or pursuing a committed relationship, something of that sort. And if this is a new person, it could be that for some of you, this person like lives far away. For some of you, it could be that maybe they just broke up with someone, or maybe they're in the middle of like healing from something, some kind of loss, some kind of separation, or in the middle of figuring something out. This could also be your relationship. It just feels like the feelings are like just very explosive. The attraction is really intense, but then it feels like this is a situation where things are either taking a while to come together, or they have been taking a while, for some time. But essentially what this person isn't telling you, and what is important for you to know about this connection, is that there is a lot of potential for a very deep connection here if this hasn't happened already. But it's almost like an energy of, I already know you. I've known you for a while, way before you met them, if that makes sense. Kind of like a past life connection type of thing, I guess. it's almost, oh my god, I dropped all of the cards, and we have these two as the bottom deck energies. Well, I guess this wanted to show up as well. Believe in the impossible, surrender to the divine, and then we have a fiery climax approaches. If you feel like this situation has been kind of stagnant, or like the obstacles will never be overcome, like you won't ever recover from whatever is going on, I feel like, right as I was saying that, this one caught my eye. Sorry, I'm just collecting the cards in the background. We have the energy is gaining momentum coming up as well. So I just saw the word magic with a K in my mind's eye. So that could be significant for some of you, but essentially it feels like this person, I'm just gonna collect the cards and then come back. Just give me a second. Because I keep getting distracting myself. Okay, we're good. But it just feels like this person, even if they're not necessarily planning for something, this doesn't feel like a whole lot of sitting and drafting and planning. But it could be that energetically this person is getting motivated without fully understanding what's happening. And it's almost like a kind of motivation to do something or to change something. And for some of you, this might manifest in the form of this person getting drunk and like texting you or something of that kind. Doesn't have to be, but it doesn't feel very planned to me. It doesn't feel like a detailed, scheduled thing. It feels like more of an energetic motivation and energetically aligning with each other kind of thing. And this could partially be a message from the universe rather than like me just tapping into this person's conscious energy. But this is a very powerful pull, a very magnetic pull. The name Sally is coming up and I don't know why. Okay, let's just get into your tarot. I am intrigued, I am invested, I am curious. And when I talk about like this person getting motivated or things aligning, it's like an energy of obstacles disappearing, or if this is something in their head, them kind of having a realization, having a moment of I lost my train of thought. We have the Three of Swords. For some of you, if this is someone you are in separation with, the pain could be resurfacing, or they could be actively feeling the pain of being away from this connection. Oh, also I forgot to mention the signs. We have Taurus, Libra, and Aries coming through. These don't have to be relevant, but they could be further confirmation if you need any. Do you know what card just flipped? The Ace of Cups. Well, we're taking it. It went away, but where did it go? I lost it. Okay. Well, we're not taking it in that case. But I will definitely keep that in mind, because this feels like either emerging or re-emerging deep feelings, depending on your specific situation, and whether this is a reconciliation kind of thing or someone that is seeking reconciliation in some way, or whether it's someone new. We have Temperance in reverse. I heard you've waited long enough. I've waited long enough. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah, definitely some like stagnant, no more. Pisces energy and Sagittarius energy could also be significant, which is also making me think of Jupiter being in Pisces right now. The King of Cups has shown itself. So we'll see what comes out. We have the, okay. We have the Four of Pentacles. Also gone now. It's almost like you might be getting signs about this person, or they might be getting signs about you. Like, I don't know, repeating numbers, almost repeating numbers, like seeing like 2223 or something. I guess that is repeating in a way, but you know, not exactly. Or like seeing not 1111, but 1112 could be a thing. Doesn't have to be, but it's almost like an energy of almost, things almost clicking, or this person almost being in, this person almost being around you, but not really. Like so close, but not there yet kind of energy. It's kind of playful too, the energy, regardless of how difficult this situation may have been, because if this is someone from the past, this could have been a very triggering situation for you. But if this is someone new, I feel like you've also triggered some things in this person. They may have been in a very stagnant energy that appeared like harmony before they met you. And this applies for either scenario, whether you met them a while ago or you just met them. They may have been in an energy of like fake harmony, an illusion of harmony. I'm getting this person may have been in an unhappy relationship when they met you. That was kind of dragging on for some of you. That won't be the case for everyone. You would know about this if that's the case. But it's just like you've turned this person's world, or their perspective more so, upside down, which is making their world turn upside down slowly as well. Take the timeline of this as it resonates, or the time point of it as it resonates, because for some of you this might be more of a past energy, and for others of you this might be just, again, like you just met them and this is happening now. We have the Six of Cups. Yeah, the past life lover kind of energy. I haven't fully wrapped my mind around that yet, the past life situations. But I think this is how you make this person feel. A lot of comfort, a lot of like healing energy, a lot of fondness, a lot of softness. We have the Hermit in reverse. I've just been holding these cards in my hand for a while. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. We have the Two of Swords. I heard I missed you, or I miss you. For some of you, you might be, if you're watching this at the time I'm filming it, you might be like traveling for the holidays or something, or well, there's also COVID, so that might be a factor for some of you as well. But it's almost like this person can't get to you right now fully, either because of a practical obstacle, or you might be in no contact. I just saw the Knight of Wands while asking to clarify the Hanged Man in reverse, but look who's back. We have the Ace of Cups. Their feelings are definitely surfacing or resurfacing or overflowing for you. It might be a little bit of an overwhelmed energy for them as well, because it feels like right now they can't really fully get to you. It's like they maybe feel cut off, and I do feel that they might be ruminating a lot. This is, for me, a very overthinking kind of energy. And right now they might be trying to focus more on their like headspace rather than their emotional body. Can we clarify Temperance in reverse? What is important for beautiful pile ones to know about this person's energy? I just saw Justice in reverse. Some more Libra energy. And we have Virgo with the Hermit. The Knight of Wands is also back. You've definitely, like, there's definitely some kind of motivation, some kind of inspiration, some kind of shift in this person's energy. They might get really fearful when it comes to intimate connections or moving out of their comfort zone. Whether this comfort zone is like just being isolated from people or avoiding relationships, or it's, you know, staying in the same place, settling down, whatever it might be, because for some of you, I feel like this person, like their comfort zone might be them being flighty or them always being on the go or never really fully settling down. And for others of you, it might be just being stagnant in the same kind of situation. But it feels like regardless of what this comfort zone might be for them, they're kind of moving out of it because, again, that energy of having harmony, but it being like harmony that is not entirely actually harmony, like an illusion of a harmony. And we have the Knight of Swords. I just heard the pain is very telling. Not sure why I'm speaking like that, but it feels like this person might be coming to realizations, which is telling me it's time to do another realizations video. So I will probably film that after this one. I have a lot of videos I want to film, but because I'm visiting family right now, I have not been able to like just get a lot of things done. Not complaining, it's really nice to be around family, but also I'm not posting as much as I wanted to. But essentially, my point is, I do feel that whatever obstacle there might be between the two of you has become very apparent to this person, and that obstacle being there, I feel, has started to really hurt them. Whether they are like feeling their emotions way later or they're just resurfacing so that they can review these emotions, the source of these emotions, and figure out a way to, you know, just get away from them or fix whatever the issue is. I don't remember how I started this sentence, so it might not make a lot of sense. When I channel, my mind just goes like, whoop, sometimes. But it's time for us to get some more oracles. Let me just go get them. We'll take these, I think. And where are the Affirmators? We'll get them for later as well. Okay. Is the... yeah, there, everything is in. Okay. This is also a new setup, so I wasn't sure if everything was gonna be working okay, but we seem to be fine. Which also makes me think of maybe for this person, they haven't really felt this way or had this kind of connection or been in this kind of situation before. And they're trying to adjust to that, calibrate themselves to that. We have anger in reverse. And the cards are not reversed. I just fixed them. So I don't think this is meant to say this person was angry at you. For most of you, I don't think they were. I think they may have been angry at their own self. Maybe due to sabotaging something, sabotaging this connection, or running from it in some way, or I'm hearing no, it's because I wasn't brave enough. Okay, and we lost a card. Oh! And the card is movement. So there's definitely a shift, some movement, some change happening, at least on an energetic level, but this might manifest differently based on your situation. We have growth, one of my favorite energies to come through in a reading. I do feel you've taught this person a lot, or you've like shown them a lot. And we have surrender. This is an energy of like, bottom deck energy is illumination as well. This is an energy of realizing that they don't need to hold back from things that might be risky, that might be scary, but that also might really pay off. And this might be something they're coming to realize now, something that maybe they're not fully ready to take action on yet, but I do feel like there is a recognition in that direction. The cards just keep flying everywhere. And we have mystery coming out as well. The moon might be significant for some of you, or the stars, or the night sky, or the nighttime. This person, for some of you, I feel like they don't know what you're doing right now. Even if you are in contact, they might feel like there's a little bit of like suspicion to their energy. And I think they do have a fear of rejection as well. I think they may have had this always. And for some of you, they may have kind of blocked this connection off before you could, or like out of fear of you hurting them, they may have like tried to keep a distance or something of that kind. That doesn't have to be the case for everyone, but I do feel that there is some kind of self-sabotage pattern that might be very internalized for them. But it's nothing that they essentially can't work through, but there does need to be a recognition of it, an awareness of their patterns, and a desire to work through them. Which for most of you, I feel this person is kind of getting to that point, or they've gotten to that point. So let's get some channeled messages and see what else. We have it hurts more than you know. So whatever might be blocking this connection, we have triggers as well. Again, I do feel that this connection may have been very triggering in certain ways. We have, I want to see where this situation goes. You are a wish come true, and I lost some more cards. We have, please be patient with me, and I can feel you moving on. I'm focused on my happiness. When I saw this, I heard, I don't want that to be true. But it also doesn't feel like this person is like possessive, in the sense of like, if you wouldn't be interested in them, they wouldn't like do something weird, or they wouldn't like refuse, or they wouldn't try to hurt you or something. We have, I'm not being honest with myself. So for some of you, this person, This for me relates to that like fake harmony kind of energy. For some of you, they might still be in that energy. And we have, I have faith in this situation. For some of you, this person is ruminating over a piece of text or writing or something that you sent them. This could be something you wrote about them. This could be a song lyric. This could be just a normal like text that you sent them or something you said. But the energy around this seems to be heavy. Like whatever that text is, it could be something very emotional, very honest. And for some of you, I feel like this message also might relate to that, if that applies to you. What message wants to come through? Ooh, okay. Finally, for the past like bunch of readings, I could barely get like one or two. I have too much on my plate right now. I heard new year, new me. This person might have a lot they want to do. We have let me live my life. For some of you, I feel like this person is in like, maybe at their family home or in a situation that is asking a lot from them. For most of you, I don't feel that this message necessarily relates to you. But of course, these are open to your interpretation as well. What did I say? I feel like I've known you in another life. What did I say? Yes. I wish things were different. So if there is an obstacle, if the timing isn't right, if they're scared, if like whatever this is, this person doesn't have bad intentions. It feels like they're really trying their best. I wonder if you still care about me. I heard even though I hurt you. So for some of you, this person might feel that they hurt you a lot. Don't worry about me. I'm getting like slight self-deprecation energy from them as well for some of you. I miss the sound of your laugh. Do you still laugh like that? And we have, I know we are meant to be. I don't even remember writing this message. It must have been a while ago. Because I really don't like saying meant to be and like meant to. I mean, this is not me saying this, of course. Either way, I'm not judging if that is something that resonates with you, of course, at all. It's just I've become more conscious of my word choices, I guess, or I'm trying to be, the more I do these readings. So yes, anyway, enough about me. So this is really sticking out to me, this. We have, I'm worried you'll change your mind about me. It didn't come out while I was shuffling or anything, but the cards kind of like, because it's such a huge tower of cards, at this point, they just keep dropping to the side. So I wanted to mention that as well. I felt it could be a relevant message for some of you. And to finish off your reading, we'll get some Affirmators. What messages want to come through? What advice for my beautiful pie ones? Christmas could have been a significant time for some of you. Doesn't have to be. Also, music could be significant. We have listening. Is there any other message that wants to come through? Actually, let's just read that first and then we'll see. Listening. I activate my receptive side and become an engaged, intuitive, professional-grade listener. Supercharged listening gives me the ability to not only hear the words others are saying, but also to perceive the emotions hiding between their words. Armed with this knowledge, I'll be in a great position to give them exactly what they need, or, if I prefer, to dominate the planet. I think this person might feel very understood by you, or like the two of you might almost have a secret language. Not literally, but like you might understand each other in ways that others might not understand them or understand you. But for me, this is also like an energy of looking out for signs as well. And this person might be someone who doesn't necessarily feel insanely comfortable talking about their feelings all the time, especially if they feel they're not reciprocated due to insecurities, especially in this situation. So they might mean more than what exactly they're saying, which might be a bit frustrating at times to deal with as well. But I don't think this comes from like wanting to deceive you or something. It feels more like a self-preservation mechanism more than anything else to me. But of course, you're the best judge. We also have initiative. Step right up. You're being awarded a boost of initiative. This potent potion will give you the gusto you need to move your life in a previously unexplored direction. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands and movement. If you're in a relationship, then it's time to take initiative and make some interesting plans for you and your partner. If you're not in one, it's time to reach out to old friends, go on adventures, and potentially meet some new cohorts. Either way, this great journey is beginning with one small step, or one short text, or whatever. I'm not the boss of you. I think this speaks more of maybe what's happening here, but it could also be advice for some of you. For some of you, you might be blocking this person off a little bit with your energy or with the way you are acting, especially if you feel a little bit like a need to maybe protect yourself about this situation because you've been burned in the past. And this for me is kind of a green light. But trust your intuition first, of course. And we have, I'm a catch. I'm a total catch, and I know all the reasons why. I know that anyone would be lucky to be with me, and that doesn't mean I'm arrogant or snobby. Self-respect is just one of the many qualities exhibited by this complete and utter babe. Yes, I think this is, I second this, by the way. And this is all I have for you, my beautiful pile ones. Let me know if this resonated. If it did not, there could be a message for you in another reading or in another pile. So if you feel called to do so, definitely do check those out. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Take care and bye. Hello, my beautiful pile twos, and welcome. So today we're looking into what the person on your mind isn't telling you, but what is important for you to know right now. And for some of you, you might already know these things, or this person may have already told you, but it could be important for these things to be highlighted or pointed out to you again. So take these messages however they resonate with you, and leave the ones that don't. So we'll start. Okay, we immediately have Saturn Truth and Sun Spirit. This person seems to be going through it. This is the Three of Swords, and we have the Sun energy, so Leo energy could be significant. We also have number 8 here. on this card, which is strength, which is, again, Leo energy is coming through strong. And it's almost like I'm hearing they have the stage now. So it might be that this is someone you have a past with, kind of a complicated past, past with some heavy energies. Someone that indirectly has a big role, a big influence in where you're at today, possibly through like you really building yourself up in the aftermath of this connection. For some of you, you might still be in the process of doing this. I also just saw the Tower, and I'm seeing Saturn return. So the energies in this pile are a little bit more on the heavier side. If this doesn't resonate with your situation, I would recommend maybe trying out another pile. Because this is very straightforward for me in the sense that I feel like a lot has happened here, or if not a lot, just something with a lot of gravity to it. Something that really changed your energy or really affected you on a very deep level. So this person could have either really triggered certain wounds that you may have had, that you may have been carrying, or it might be that they did something that really hurt you. I'm hearing unfaithful for some of you, so that could have been an aspect of this connection. Doesn't have to be, you would know about it, because this feels like everything is out in the open now with the sun energy coming out as well. We have nothing will come of this situation, and don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Bottom deck energy is confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. This person may have really tested your patience. They may have put you through a lot of things you shouldn't have had to go through. But at the same time, it feels like it's led to a lot of strength in you, or a lot of recognizing your strength and building yourself up again. But it also feels like it's important for you to know that whatever this person may have put you through is not because of you, and it's not because of who you are. It's not because that's what you deserved or anything of that sort. If any of you have thought patterns that sound similar to this, you deserve so much better. And maybe for some of you, this person showed you that, what not to settle for. For some of you, you might have had a family with this person, or you may have been deeply committed to them in some way. I feel like you have given this person a lot, and it may have felt like they just got away with it. They just didn't need to put in any work, and if they hurt you, it may have felt like they just got to run off or not deal with the consequences. But it almost feels like now they have the stage. Now it feels like they're going through it now. Like all of the spotlights are on them, but at the same time, the spotlight doesn't feel like this person actually being in the spotlight, as in like getting a lot of attention or getting a lot of approval or something of that kind, but it feels more of like an interrogation light, maybe. I keep on seeing like this spotlight just being directed towards this person, like they can't get away, or like helicopters at night that search for someone. Those are the images I'm getting. It's like this, they're having to deal with any underlying pain that they may have had coming into your situation. It feels like they're in a little bit of a triggered space right now. For some of you, I don't think this is if you're in no contact with this person, it might be that they experienced something similar to this situation, or they may have been in a situation where their patterns were reflected back to them, like it was mirrored back to them. And I do feel that you were a mirror to this person, only they didn't maybe want to look into the mirror and see their own patterns or the way they may have been hurting you. I do feel that this person has a very strong guard around their self-image. I'm hearing they don't like being told what to do, who to be, but in the sense that they might just be very closed off to anyone that may have wanted to help them in any way, because we're all responsible for our own healing, for our own journey, really. That doesn't mean we can't really connect with anyone else. That doesn't mean we can't get help. But it does mean that the responsibility is essentially ours, and no one else should have to heal us. Again, that doesn't mean that we can't get help or cooperate with people or open up to people or be vulnerable, but it feels like this person didn't really want to change or didn't really want to see their patterns maybe. And I feel like now they're in a spot where they're having to, either because this is being reflected back to them and they can't ignore it anymore, or something has happened that put them in this void almost, where the only spotlight is on them. So they're having to see because it's maybe the only thing that they can see right now. I'm hearing it's not your responsibility to make this person understand. Let's get into your tarot and see what comes through. The cards are coming out so quickly, it almost feels like an overflow of energy, things like just overflowing because there isn't any more space to repress things, to repress feelings, to hide. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And we have the Nine of Swords. This person, I feel, is in a place where they might feel very cut off from your energy. You may have showed up in a very nurturing light, very generous, very giving, very understanding, always trying to see the best in people kind of energy towards them. We have the Three of Swords, and it feels like that's no more. It feels like maybe that's a thing of the past, and it feels like it's putting them in their feelings, because all of that additional, again, that energy of being in a void, not having a lot of stimulation or not having a lot of things being given to them, being around them, or them not being surrounded by too many things that are actually grabbing their attention, because this person might just be surrounded by a lot of people or a lot of things. They might be putting a lot of energy into their work, into their career, or just like partying or meeting people, whatever it might be, but it feels like there isn't anything that's truly grabbing their attention around them, which might be putting them into this energy of being in the dark, being in some kind of void, and they're really having to see. They're really having to face their own shadow, which might be a very difficult process for them after maybe repressing a lot of things. For some of you, they may come from a background where they weren't very supported, where they weren't a lot of very stable foundations, maybe in their family home, maybe in their friend group, or at school. We have the Magician in reverse. We have Death in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse, and we have Justice in reverse. It feels like everything that they may have resisted in the past, they're all resurfacing now to be dealt with. And it feels like it's really thrown them out of balance. And it's an energy of wanting to escape their feelings and into their thoughts, but then ruminating a lot. Ruminating so much that they try to get away from maybe that rumination as well, but then they end up in their feelings again. So it kind of feels like a loop. And the only way out is to really deal with their own patterns, or deal with the consequences of how they may have made other people feel, how they may have made you feel. There's a very restless energy around them. We have the Star. Yeah. It feels like you may have been like a pillar of light to this person. A comfort, an energy of comfort for them, of support, of being given love and care. And it almost feels like they may have taken this for granted. And maybe they're seeing that now that you might not be in their life in the same way anymore, or you might not be giving them the same energy anymore. For some of you, this person may have cut you off, or ghosted you, or blocked you. Because it's almost like maybe you were getting too bright, and it was becoming difficult to hide from their own patterns, their own behaviors, their own habits. So they had to go hide again. That's what it feels like. And if this person has ever made you feel like you're the one to blame here, or anything of that sort, I feel like what happened here says so much more about this person than about you, because it feels like this is all about them, how tangled up they are in their own patterns, in their own beliefs, in their own fears, in their own anxieties, in their own illusions. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling of feeling cut off from you. But then there is a longing for feeling comfort again, because it's almost like they may have a very wounded inner child. For some of you, this person may have had a rocky relationship with their mother or a maternal figure, or they may have lost their mother. And again, like, this isn't to excuse anything that they may have put you through, but maybe it helps to really solidify that if this person has put you through a lot of stuff, a lot of pain, it's not because of who you are or what you did, or it's not because you said something wrong. I think this really relates to what was happening in this person's emotional body and their mental space. A lot of rumination, a lot of maybe toxic habits, a lot of repressed emotions, a lot of repressed pain. This person may have had a rough bringing up, or they may have just it really feels like for some of you there's something about the inner child, something that comes from way before this connection ever happened. Their energy feels very closed off. If you're watching this at the time I'm filming it, we are in Venus retrograde, and that might be a significant time for this person to have these things resurface to be dealt with. For some of you, this person might reach out to you seeking comfort or seeking some kind of validation from you as well. I do feel that they understand that they may have put you through a lot of things you didn't deserve to be put through. But they might kind of be ashamed on some level, but they may not want to accept it. So they might show up in a mask. They may show up in a different energy than what they're actually feeling. Like if they're acting like they're unbothered, they're doing great, they don't care, and they text you to tell you that or something, that is like, just, I don't feel that that's actually what's happening here, or the real energy that they're in. It's really hard for me to get the words out as well. So I do feel that maybe this person also has a very hard time expressing themselves, especially when it comes to expressing their feelings authentically. We have sweetness that kind of just popped out. They might be a sweet talker, or this person might be someone who says things to get what they want, or to give off the impression that they want, even though it's not entirely accurate. And I felt this like pull almost in my intuition. So I feel like you're not swayed by this person. I think you do see through them on some level. But in the past, maybe you didn't want to. Maybe due to wounds that you may have been carrying. But I do feel that if this is something like from the past, that you've come a long way on your healing journey as well. You have a really beautiful, beautiful energy, and I hope you recognize that, and I hope you see that about yourself too. It's really important that you do. We have love, protection, energy, death, comfort, space. This for me is a message all about you to remember that you are surrounded by love, that this person's actions don't determine your worth. They don't say anything about your value. Their energy is just about them. It's not about you. It's not about your energy. It's not about who you are. You are beautiful. You are incredible. You are radiant, and you are so powerful. And you can't be settling for anything less than what matches your energy. And if I'm being very honest, I don't feel like this person currently matches your energy. The semantics, what happened here exactly, will be different for every single one of you, and what you might want to do with this situation might be different for everyone as well. But the one thing that I feel is valid for every situation here is that you cannot settle for something that doesn't match your energy. So let's see. Let's get back to this person's energy and what they're... Ooh. We have ghost, yeah. For some of you, this person may have ghosted you or decided to hide or run away from this connection or from facing the consequences. We have determination. I'm getting Capricorn energy as well. We have Scorpio, we have Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have trust. I do feel that your presence may have been triggering to this person. And that may have scared them, like your energy may have been triggering. That may have terrified them. May have been too much, more than what they had space for, more than what they could deal with. But this does feel like a time of reflection for them, whether they are doing it willingly, whether they're happy about it or not. And for some of you, we have reflection and we have intuition. For some of you, if you do, was that rest right above? Yeah, we have rest as well. If you feel like you're picking up on this person's energy or like falling into their thoughts, it might be helpful to set boundaries to energetically, and also maybe physically for some of you, if that is something that you feel might make you feel more energized. Because I do feel that for some of you, this may have been a very draining situation and triggering. Let's get some channeled messages. We have, you are so important to me. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. My energy is focused on something else. I'm sorry you had to see that side of me. I want to reach out to you, yeah. For some of you, this person might reach out to you. I feel very connected to you. You need to focus on yourself. I'm hearing don't watch me. I do feel that this person might feel like you see through them as well, and they might feel scared or like anxious around that. So they might be putting on a brave face. We have, I don't know if we're compatible. I'm hearing, I didn't treat you the way you treated me. I do feel they recognize that they weren't matching your energy. And for some of you, I feel like you may have matched theirs in some way, or like matched their behaviors, and it may have triggered them, or it may have made them like put the blame on you. For some of you, doesn't have to be the case for everyone, of course. We have, I need to figure out who I really am coming out as well. In bottom deck energies, I feel uncomfortable. Yeah, they do feel restless right now is what I was getting. Is there anything else that wants to come through? Is there any other message? Okay, we only have this one coming out, so I will take that one. I can't risk another goodbye. There is that fearful, avoidant energy. I don't know why I put this. Okay, we'll get some oracles now. We'll get some advice for you. I think I'll use the other Affirmators deck as well, but let's see. What advice wants to come through for my beautiful pile twos, please, universe? What advice wants to come through for my beautiful pile twos? What advice wants to come through for my We have grace. I face disagreements with grace and flow through the ups and downs of my relationships without getting thrown off center. With grace, I'm able to keep my cool, be my best self, and not resort to name calling, even when that crappy poo-poo face is being a douchey barf monster. We have humility as well. I take a deep breath and release all of my desire to be right. Without right, what's left? A soft and pliable version of me that's willing to make mistakes, hear other people's opinions, and try doing stuff a different way. In other words, I get to take a pretty sweet, all-inclusive brain vacation. Some restrictions apply depending on the current tenacity of my ego. I also feel called to take the bottom deck energy. And this message for me is about while it's important to deal with whatever emotions may surface as a result of going through a situation like this, it's also really important to not lose your softness, your vulnerability. There is a lot of strength and a lot of courage in being vulnerable, and you can't let anyone take that away from you. In your own time, of course, you don't have to like immediately go out putting yourself out there. It happens in your own time. It'll happen when you're ready, but don't let this experience harden you and close you off to other situations, to other people, to opportunities. Boundless love. Today I'll open my eyes a little wider and walk a little taller, noticing that the world around me is filled with tiny miracles. With this in mind, it's easy to fall in love over and over again with everything from honeybees to neon signs. And while I'm feeling this inspired and this in love, everything else sort of falls into place. There's still a lot of love, a lot of beauty in the world, and you can't let this situation take away the ability to see that. But again, this doesn't mean that you can't feel what you need to. You can't be angry. It doesn't mean you can't be upset. It doesn't mean you can't like scream into the void, or doesn't mean you can't cry. It doesn't mean you can't curse their name. Doesn't mean any of those things, but it's more so about not holding on to any really negative emotions more than you might need to. It's about actually processing them and feeling them. Sometimes it's easier to just think about our emotions than actually feel them and process them and see where they might be blocking us so that we can release them, so that there aren't blockages in our emotional body, in our head, in our mind. You know what? Let me just get the other Affirmators deck. Oh, I just realized not all of this is fully in the, well, it's fine. It doesn't matter now, but what messages want to come through for my beautiful pile twos, please, universe? We have letting go. I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. We also have get centered. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my center. In my center, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a favorite animal holding a magical item floating through space on a piece of furniture. I'll let you put whatever you want in there. Sometimes I put my own. It's a time for you to really pull your energy to yourself and give yourself everything that you need. You don't need to hold back on yourself because just because other people may have, or because other people may have told you that you should or made you feel like you should, you shouldn't. You deserve all the love, all the compassion, all the respect. You deserve it all. And you deserve situations that truly match your energy. If there's one thing you take from this reading, I hope it's that you shouldn't ever have to settle for things that are not good for you, that don't make you feel incredible, that don't feel aligned with your energy. We also have ultimate potential coming out because I was just shuffling a little bit more. So I'll read this one as well. Ultimate potential. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned into anything else? I'm looking at you, Smooth Jazz and Talk Radio. And yes, this is all I have for you, my beautiful pile twos. Let me know if this resonated. If it did not, there could be a message for you in another reading or another pile. So if you feel called to do so, definitely do check those out. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Take care and bye. Hello, my beautiful pile threes, and welcome. So today we're looking into what the person on your mind isn't telling you, but what is important for you to know. These could also be things that they have told you or things you already know, but they might just be things that we need to highlight for you or remind you. So take these messages however they resonate with you and leave the ones that don't. I'll start with some oracle cards, then we'll clarify with tarot. What is the person on pile three's mind not telling? We have Neptune Sacrifice. I want to get one more of this deck. Pisces energy could be significant. Ooh. And we have 8th house, endings and beginnings. That came out in reverse, so we'll keep it that way. I actually kind of have the urge to turn it upright, and that is already telling me something. I do feel that this connection may be blocked off in some way. You might either be at a distance from this person or this is kind of similar to pile one in that sense, but I feel like there's a different story here, so we'll get into it. But this person is excited, I feel, and also this might be a situation where like you met them, but you're kind of dating around. But you feel very connected to this person, or maybe neither of you is ready for a commitment or has space for a full commitment, and you're getting to know each other, but they already feel very connected to you. You might be doubting their energy for some of you. It feels like things are a little bit up in the air rather than very grounded right now. It's like you're still making your mind up about them. There might be a lot of sexual chemistry between the two of you, whether you have been intimate with them or not. For some of you, this might be someone you met online, someone you're just kind of like talking to, getting to know now. Or again, someone that is at a distance, or someone that you're like more newly getting to know in a romantic sense. This does feel like someone who has a crush on you, who is kind of developing feelings for you. We also have balance, spirituality, and practicality. If you're constantly, if this is someone new and you're always like trying to read their cards or find tarot readings about them, this is kind of like the universe being like, you don't have to, like, just let it happen. You don't have to just know everything now. Bottom deck energy is work through your fears. So we have double Pisces and we have double Scorpio energy. I do feel it might, what am I trying to say? This person might have significant Scorpio placements or significant Pisces placements, or you might, both of you might as well. I do feel that you're both kind of deeply emotional people who seek vulnerability, or if you're not, this person might be someone who seeks that. It almost feels like maybe I cut the deck and we have meditate and contemplate, new moon and Pisces. This person might be a little bit hot and cold. Like they might come on really strong and then just pull away. I do feel this is someone who fights with their insecurities a lot, or who may have been burned in the past, or who may have some iffy energy around how they attach to people. I cut the deck and we have Cancer energy coming out now. This is so watery. This is someone who actually, I feel, feels very emotionally connected to you on a very deep level, but they might not know what to do with that. I don't think they have that happen to them very often. It's almost like they may have pretended to be like fully enchanted by someone, fully mesmerized, just instantly deeply connected to someone, or like they may have made their own self believe that, not because they had bad intentions, but because this feels like someone who wants to feel like magical love. It might be that this person just wants to like feel that kind of love that you see in movies. And I don't think it's necessarily like something that's not achievable for them. It's not that they don't have the emotional depth for it, but I think they haven't met someone who's truly made them feel that way, or they haven't had a situation where they could have that kind of connection. I'm also hearing Romeo and Juliet, and I know that doesn't end well, but it's we're not talking about the ending of that. It almost kind of feels like there is maybe something secretive or something that's not entirely fully possible at the moment about this, maybe. And you would know about this if that's the case. Maybe you're committed to like just dating around or something, and they are too. Or maybe there are other obstacles in between the two of you. But that's kind of the energy I'm getting from this. That this person is really into you, they're really interested in you, they're really longing for you as well. I think they daydream about you a lot, they probably fantasize about you a lot. I just heard the sex is really good. Like, so that might be a thing if you have been intimate with them, but also it could be that they think it would be based on their perception of you, or maybe conversations you've had, something of that sort. We also have a new romantic cycle begins as the bottom deck energy now, as I stopped shuffling. Pisces energy again. And we have New Moon in Sagittarius. This is again giving me Jupiter and Pisces energy. And I think I said that in pile 1 as well. So for some of you, especially if like you have someone from the past coming up in your mind, maybe pile 1 may have a message for you, or maybe these are connected. I don't know. Only check it out if you feel called to it though. Don't let me influence your decisions. So let's get you some tarot. This is playful. This feels like light. It feels really sweet. That's how it feels to me. But maybe there is some darker undercurrents to this. And I don't mean to alarm you, because I feel like you would already know about it. And by darker undercurrents, I mean like the situation is more complicated than it might first appear to be. Maybe you both wanted this to be something light and simple and fun, but there are feelings getting in the way, or other obstacles getting in the way that make this more complicated. Because it feels like this is, it's like neither of you actually want to overcomplicate it, but then maybe naturally it's becoming a little bit more complicated due to maybe the depth of emotions that both of you have the ability to feel, and how deeply you've connected with each other. We have the High Priestess. There's, for some of you, there is maybe something, yeah, like that Romeo and Juliet thing, something secretive or forbidden about it, or like it's against the rules or something. We have the Three of Wands. This person wants more, but they might, I do feel they have fears, or this inclination to hold back sometimes, or pull their energy away, especially if they're not sure of what's going to happen. We have the Ace of Cups. Look at this energy. We have the Ace of Wands, and yeah, it's like one moment they're all in, telling you all these sweet things, and then the next maybe they're out, and this might be because of their own patterns, of their own fears, of their own insecurities. I think this is someone who analyzes things a lot. They might have like significant Virgo placements as well, because they're coming off very analytical, but also very, very emotional. Okay, so I just checked, and this isn't straight. Okay. I actually don't know if this is any better, but I also took a little water break, so let's, oh yeah, we had the Three of Cups in reverse come up before I got annoyed by the cards. But let's see what else wants to come. Ooh, we have the Moon. Actually, the Moon goes here. Definitely self-sabotage, definitely insecurities, but definitely a really deep connection with a lot of unexpected deep feelings. I feel like neither of you was really expecting this to feel this way, and now you might not know what to do with these feelings because it wasn't planned. And this might be the type of person who likes to be prepared for things, who likes to be ready, who sets out to get one thing, like they want a casual fling, they set out to get that, but then suddenly they find something completely different. They find someone they want to keep in their life, and they don't know what to do with it, so it might be making them act a little bit hot and cold. And this isn't because they don't value you or they don't see your worth. I think it's because they're a little bit intimidated by you and the power that you have over them. I think you have a very like almost mysterious, really magnetic energy. There might be things that you haven't opened up to them about, and they might know or they might feel like they don't know you fully. And I think that excites them. Not because they don't want to know you, but because there's just so much to know about you. I'm hearing a well-seasoned person. I think this person may have a really good sense of humor. They might be a little bit sarcastic, but you might be as well. Or like whatever type of sense of humor you have, I think it really clicks for each other. We have Taurus and Libra here with the Empress as well, Cancer, Pisces, we have Scorpio, and we have Virgo energies. Just to give a little reminder on the astrology, but you don't need to be any of these signs. They don't need to be any of these signs, but for most of you, I would expect some kind of like big water placement with some Virgo as well. Virgo could also be a significant placement. I don't remember anymore if I mentioned this, but there is something tangled about this person in their head. It's like they might be insecure, but they want to impress you, but also they're not afraid to be insecure with you, but sometimes they are. It's that kind of energy. They don't seem to know what they're doing. They might try to play this down in front of you, but I think they are just repressing their feelings. They might try to like date around and see other people and try to enjoy their time with them as much as they enjoy their time with you. But the way I'm seeing this, that doesn't seem to be working out too well for them, and I think maybe that's kind of setting off alarms in their head. This doesn't feel like it really doesn't feel like they expect it to feel this way. So I do feel they might be trying to like be a little bit more unreadable, because you, I think, come off unreadable to this person. Scorpio or Pisces placements. I don't know why I'm so stuck on the signs right now, but it keeps coming back. Maybe something about Pisces or Scorpio season, but maybe not. But anyway, it feels like they're trying to play down how connected and how attached they're feeling to you, because maybe they feel like you won't want to attach back to them. And I don't think they're really good at expressing their feelings, or if they just say things straight out, maybe you don't take them seriously, or like something seems like it's being miscommunicated or misunderstood or not fully communicated or not fully understood. We have the Queen of Swords fly out as well. I think this person is trying to match your energy because they might perceive you as like a Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, like a High Priestess, Queen of Swords fusion. In the sense that they might feel like you've made up your mind, you know what you want, and you are independent, and you're not going to be as overwhelmed and like way in over your head like they are. It feels like there is a fear of maybe you not matching their emotions, like their feelings towards you, because it feels like suddenly this person's heart just got bigger and you're taking up quite a bit of that space in there as well, and that might feel very unexpected. And I'm getting that I've known you in a past life energy in this pile as well. I also got it in pile 1. So it might, in a way, not even feel that surprising because this person may feel like they've known you before. So it's like a continuation rather than just starting fresh in some way. Or maybe for some of you, this is someone from the past, but for me, it's like the way I'm picking up on it is more of a newer person kind of energy. I think you do intimidate this person. I think you've really been working on yourself and leveling up spiritually as well. So it may have been like a little bit difficult the end of 2021. That was an intense time. But I feel like you're doing much better than maybe you were a while ago, or maybe you're feeling a lot better deep down about yourself than you did a while back. And I think that's really showing in your energy. I just heard simp. As in, this person seems to be simping for you, which I think is really cute, because I don't think it happens to them very often, if I'm being honest. They have that kind of energy where they might like make a lot of self-deprecating jokes, but then they might also come off as the most confident person. But then it's like, it's a little hot and cold in their head as well, and I think that's why it might come off the same to you. Yeah, the Lovers, the Guru in reverse, which is the Hierophant, the Sun, and the Five of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Taurus, Leo. There might be something you don't see eye to eye about practically, like something practical. but it doesn't feel like too much of an issue or too much of something to worry about with the Wheel of Fortune being the bottom deck energy, especially with the Sun and the Lovers coming out as well. It's like so much clicks emotionally and mentally when it's maybe just the two of you, but then maybe there are outside factors that make this more complicated and more difficult, or just things that neither of you actually want there, but they have to be there, either boundaries or and boundaries can be very healthy and good as well, but it almost feels like there might be certain obligations or a certain obligation that both of you might wish wasn't necessarily there for some of you. But I'm curious to get some more oracle cards. I think they're in their head about you a lot, I have to say, because suddenly I was really animated, I was really like excited, I was really in it, and now I feel like kind of just like I'm in my head, but I'm not in my head. So I feel like they might just be really motivated, excited, all in, and then suddenly they may have something, like a thought that comes up, and then they pull away, or they act confusing. We have flow. I'm hearing, I want to see where this goes. Caution. Yeah, it's this same energy. Flow, caution. Flow, caution. Strength. And I have to say, I don't think they like necessarily wear a mask or anything around you. I think they are being very open and honest and vulnerable. I think it's just that internally they're also like this. Like, it's just literally what they're feeling. And we have faith. They do want this to work out. I think they really do, and I don't think they're trying to play with you or string you along or anything. I think they're just intimidated. We have surrender coming out as well. As well as energy. I think they're trying to be more at peace with their feelings and with this whole experience as it is, no matter the circumstances. Because it's kind of like, hey, at least I got to meet them. And maybe it'll work out. Maybe, you know, maybe it won't. Maybe it won't just fall apart. Because it's almost like there's a big fear of losing you as well. And that might be really oddly placed almost, because maybe this is just really new. But it is what it is. Like, that's what it feels like. Is there anything else? Otherwise, we'll get to the channeled messages. Okay, let's get into the channeled messages then. Is everything in the frame? Let me check. Yes. Okay, we're good. What messages We have, I'm not the person I used to be, because you've changed something for them. This almost feels like there is a connection to pile 1 in some way, but I'm not sure how. Or maybe they're like, it's a half and half for like 2 different situations or something. We have, are you moving on from us? This person does have a fear of being left behind, or you will find someone that you like more or something. I need more time, and I heard with you. So maybe this person wants more attention. We have, you are my sunshine. I'm hearing the word joy. So I think they feel very happy around you. Maybe like conflicted in their head as well about their own feelings or something. But actually, I don't think they feel conflicted when they're around you, but maybe in the aftermath, like they ruminate a lot. We have, I don't want to let you go. You are a wish come true. I like your energy. We have ego, and we have, is it too late? And we also have, I want a new beginning. Bottom deck energies, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. That dating around kind of energy. This is definitely someone with a lot of fears and anxieties, whether this shows or not. I just wanted to stop my shuffling to point that out again. Ooh, okay. Oh, is this, yeah. Is there someone else? Yeah, we discussed this. I really like you. I just saw the word like really, like with a lot of like A's and L's and Y's in my mind's eye. Like, I really like you. It's all too painful for me to deal with right now. I heard the thought of losing you. This person's really like in their feels, but they might not like accept it. And right as I was saying that, we have, I'm running from this connection. Not the right time. I left you before you could leave me. If you are still in contact with this person, don't be alarmed. This doesn't mean that they're gonna ghost you or something. But this, I feel, is more so talking about the defense mechanisms they may have. Like, they never get too attached, or they're always prepared to fly away in case something goes wrong. Or they're maybe always the one that likes to be in control or end things, but it feels like they're at your mercy in this situation. You have a very powerful energy, very intuitive as well. You might be into tarot. I guess you are into tarot if you're here, but you might read your own tarot cards. You may have tried to read this person, or you might just read them like every day or something. Brings me back to that initial message. Because they are, I feel, hard to read in terms of their actions a little bit, maybe. And we have please try to understand, and I heard I know I'm hard to understand. All right, let's get you some advice to finish off your reading. What advice wants to come through for my, thank you. Boundaries. I claim my right to set healthy boundaries and I allow others to do the same. Sometimes personal space is taken and sometimes it's given. And sometimes if you're on the subway, it's completely disregarded and shamelessly invaded. I guess it depends on the day. There might be a need for, apart from like maybe obligations, there might also be something that calls for more boundaries here. Maybe this person's energy is really confusing you, or really keeping you in your head. And if that's the case and you're dating around or something, don't let this person's energy just hold you back and make you ruminate. You're still free to do whatever you want. It feels like you're in a really like blessed place love life wise. It might be a good time to just, you know, see what's out there. Not because I don't see potential here or anything of that kind, but it's like seeing like, it's like have fun. Like that's kind of what I'm hearing. We have wants and needs. I take stock of my relationships and I'm honest about what I want and need from the people in my life. I note the difference between the two. Wants are negotiable, needs are not. Both may be desired and either may be acquired, but that's getting into Venn diagram territory and no one wants to draw one of those, though some of us might need to. For some of you, if you want something more serious or you want more and this person is being hot and cold and weird, it's okay to let them know that you don't want to settle for this kind of behavior. If that's how these messages resonate with you. And we have teamwork. I'm determined to be a good teammate in all of my relationships. If we disagree, I'll resist the urge to place blame and look for a way to solve the problem together. When we're a team, everything's a game, and when we're on the same side, nobody can lose. You can choose to work with this person or you may not. That part is up to you. I can see this kind of going either way. So I don't want to say something too like deterministic or something. And tarot readings should never tell you stuff like that. But yes, this is all I have for you, my beautiful pile threes. Let me know if this resonated. If it did not, there could be a message for you in another reading or in another pile. So if you feel called to do so, definitely do check those out. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Take care and bye. Hello, my beautiful pile fours, and welcome. So we're starting with some oracle cards and we're looking into what the person on your mind has been telling you, but what is important for you to know right now. We're going to start with some oracle cards and we will clarify with tarot. These could also be things you already know or this person has already told you, but it's important to have these things emphasized right now. So take these messages however they resonate with you and leave the ones that don't. What is the person on pile four's mind not telling? We have Sagittarius. I see I'm hearing, I see us figuring it out. Can I get one more card? This might be a very deeply spiritual connection. You may have been on a journey with this person for a while. A lot of healing, a lot of repeating, a lot of figuring things out. We have earth element, stability. I see us figuring it out. I see us getting there. I see us grounding this connection, and I see us meeting again. Bottom deck energy is water element sensing. We have Sagittarius energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So like almost everything. But essentially, this for me, the entire water element as well as the entire earth element coming out, this person's emotions for you have been unchanged. No matter what changes may have occurred between the two of you, you may have moved away from each other. This connection may have changed its shape a lot. You may have been friends at one point. You may have been no contact. You may have felt furious with each other. You may have felt madly in love. But no matter what phase this connection has been through, I think the love itself has never dissipated. It feels like this person still feels the same about you and still thinks very fondly of you. That seems to be the core of their feelings towards you and how they feel about this connection, even if there are surrounding energies, other factors that are currently preventing this from being what it has the full potential to be. We have step out of your comfort zone, North Node coming out. This also came out for pile 1. But the energy here feels different to me. Bottom deck energy is a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. If this is someone who you have been very on and off with, it might be that this person still sees things changing, still sees things happening. And I was shuffling, and the 2 cards I just saw, one of the cards is Believe in the Impossible, Blue Moon, and the other one, I don't know where it went, but it was Expect Power. Oh, here it is. Expect powerful change. Feels like for a second I got really stuck on 3 plus 8, it's 11, and I got really stuck on it for a second. I was like just focused on it. This person might be, you might be seeing a lot of 11 or 11/11s. This person might be the same. It doesn't have to be, of course, but it's just like it really just captured my attention for a second. I feel called to get some more oracle cards. Actually, I didn't do this for the other pile, so please don't tell them. I'm hearing Give Me a Sign, Hit Me Baby One More Time. And yes, that is Britney Spears. We have the Law of Unity, number 17. Are these gonna fit if I do this? No, not at all. Okay. This person definitely feels very connected to you, and I feel like there's something consciousness expanding about this connection. You both may have gained a lot of wisdom. All I can see here is a brain, honestly. I think I just did this to this card with my nail polish. I also stained this. You know what this is making me think of? It's like you've left your marks on each other, and like these are things that neither of you is going to like forget about. These are like life-changing marks. And I feel like you've left similar marks on each other as well. Like influence. A lot of healing influence, and I think you've both kind of shown each other different perspectives that maybe the two of you share now. There's a lot of deep energetic pull, energetic connection here. Law of attraction. And we have sharing. You may have the same North Node. You don't have to, of course. But it's almost like your paths are close to each other's. Like maybe you've been through similar experiences in your past, or things just connect or click together that just makes sense. Like an experience you've had, it makes sense that you've had it when you talk to this person because they tell you something that they've experienced, and it just helps the two of you understand your individual experiences better, or gain a new perspective over it that helps maybe heal it or gain wisdom from it. It feels very intertwined. Feels like a lot of like intertwined healing. A lot of understandings coming out, a lot of truth coming out, and this is a little bit more cryptic compared to the other piles, but I think that's maybe also the nature of this connection itself. Birds could be significant. They don't have to be. There could also be physical distance, like a physical distance between the two of you. I'm getting a little bit of a no contact energy, or like very limited contact energy from this. It feels God, okay. I dropped my cards. Yeah, it feels very energetic to me, like you silently support each other on your journeys. Bottom deck energies, allies. I think, unless there are other cards left somewhere that I can't see, but this was the last one I picked up. So it does feel like you're allies. Regardless of the nature of this connection, this person is really fond of you. This person will not stop caring about you. On some level, it's like at a core level. Let's get you some tarot and see where they're at, or what wants to come through about their energy. I'm hearing you made me so happy, but I had to leave. So for some of you, that might be a relevant energy. What if, we have the two, I thought this, I can't speak. I thought this was the Three of Swords for a second. And that made me think of someone kind of having to walk away, or maybe both of you having to walk away because you didn't really have a choice, because you had to heal certain things, and it wouldn't work if you weren't healing. It feels like you may have been very triggered through this connection. Let's see. What is this person? We have the Hermit, Virgo energy, and it literally says healing, solitude, inner work. So this might be where both of you are at currently with this person, some kind of separation. We have the Tower. It almost feels a little bit like divine intervention, so that the connection could be preserved in some way. So maybe one of you made the conscious decision to walk away here, or to put a pause on things, or something interfered and you had to walk away. We have the Star. This person is definitely still hopeful, and you inspire them a lot to make the necessary changes in their life, in their emotional body, in their well, not in their emotional body necessarily, but in their mental space. Like maybe they have self-limiting beliefs, maybe they have insecurities that hold them back from doing things that would be really aligned with who they are and what they want. There are a lot of transformations, I feel, that are happening in this person's energy, in their perspective. And this might be mirrored in the two of you as well. We have the 8 of Wands. This person, I'm hearing, ideally, I would like to have you in my future. So for some, I'm getting like air sign energy from that, and earth. So air and earth could be significant in their big 3. They may have significant earth or air placements. They don't have to, or you could, but no one has to, essentially. We have Cancer, Aquarius, Virgo, Scorpio. I'm sorry if you can hear the dogs barking in the background. I'm visiting my family, so but they haven't like made any sound the whole day, so maybe for some of you dogs could be significant in some way. And it makes me think of loyalty as well, like again, that core energy of caring. We have the 8 of Cups in reverse. We have Judgment. We have the Page of Wands in an ending that no one wanted. And there is like, oh, it says leaving, but I literally just read that as yearning. So I will take that as yearning. I think that's essentially the message, is that they wouldn't want to be alone. They wouldn't want to be apart. They wouldn't want to be separated, ideally, but it feels like it needs to be that way. And it feels like maybe they've gotten to a point on their healing where they can accept that, where they understand that. And maybe you feel the same about it, but there is still a lot of hope for some kind of change, some kind of movement, some kind of communication, some kind of progress, some kind of returning, positive change. When the 8 of Cups is reversed, sometimes I'll take it as like a card of returning to something that gave you a lot of strength, because it's the 8 of Cups. And it makes me think of the Strength card. Not always, but it's like you pull each other forward, like you're doing something together, even if you're apart, like you're healing together, because the Chariot wouldn't move forward properly if both of the people here weren't moving forward together. I'm just hearing I miss you now. That's why I got really quiet, because it was a very kind of like, it's a very bittersweet energy. We have the 5 of Wands. They're leopards again, which is interesting, because I don't know if any of the other cards have them. Maybe they do, but it's interesting because it's always 2. And the 5 of Wands isn't necessarily a card that usually has like 2 things or 2 people on it. And it feels like this person is making peace with the journey And that feels like big progress for them, because this doesn't feel like the energy of someone who just naturally would accept something like this. It feels like there may have been a lot of resistance in their energy. And I cut the deck and we have Death, which for me is a card of transformation is actually happening, because there is no resistance towards them anymore. And we have the Wheel of Fortune right behind the Death card as well. And bottom deck energy is a 10 of Pentacles. So this might be, for some of you, something that this person is hoping for. Or maybe something you've talked about, like marriage or kids or something of that sort. For some of you, I'm hearing you may have joked about it, but deep down, both of you kind of thought, oh, it actually would be kind of nice. That's what it feels like. This person definitely wants to do right by you, and I feel like they really, really, really care about you, no matter where they are. And it might have been so long since you last saw them for some of you. I cut the deck and we have the King of Cups. I'm hearing no matter what. Bottom deck energy is love, and I swear I didn't like do this on purpose. I just shuffle before I do every pile. Like in between piles, I'll always shuffle the decks again. But I didn't do it on purpose, I promise. I didn't even know what we were gonna get because I live shuffled everything. But there's definitely a grounded love here. And we have Peace, which was the card behind the love card. I hope that was actually on camera, because I'm visiting my family, I don't know what the range of the camera is now. So I may not have shown the cards when I thought I did, but the bottom deck energy was love, in case it didn't show up on camera. We have energy, anger, and success. We have abundance coming out as well. So this person, for some of you, feels like they invested in an irrelevant thing or something they didn't need to. They invested in the wrong thing. Maybe they put their career before you for some of you, but I don't think that's the real reason of this separation necessarily. That might just be the surface reason. But I think it really relates to healing, deep wounds, patterns, healing perspectives about the universe. For some of you, this person may have denied their spirituality due to traumatic experiences from their past, or this might be you as well. But there seems to be a deep reconnection, a different understanding, a lot of faith restored after a long time of things not clicking, things not making sense, things not being understood really well. It's like a feeling of connectedness after a while of separation, things and energies finally flowing in the way that they needed to. And this could also apply to the connection between the two of you. Like there may have been a period of feeling disconnected, of things not making too much sense. And we have determination, but it feels like something's been restored through these realizations, these understandings, restored faith, restored motivation. And then we have movement coming out, restored energy. And I also just saw passion, and the growth card also flipped out. We have growth here, and passion disappeared, but it was there, I promise. Let's get you some channeled messages to see what this person would say to you, if they could say anything at all. I'm smiling. That's why I'm quiet. We have I love you. And I dropped the next message. I really feel like sneezing, but only in the right side of my nose. So, does that mean anything if you're like the right side of your nose itches? I don't know. We have I don't want to hurt anyone. I have faith in this situation. Yeah, there is that star energy. And I guess, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning, but I feel like I must have, because I was feeling it. I'm worried you'll change your mind about me. I'm sorry, I know I hurt you. Intuition. I can feel you moving on. I need space from this situation. And we have, I don't know what to believe. Bottom deck energies, I want you to be happy. This feels like, this for me, there is like this invisible line in my mind's eye here. Like an energetic separation. In the sense that for some of you, if you've completely like pulled away, if you're very blocked to this connection towards this person, this feels like it might be the energy that they're in. Because this feels like feeling connected to you is almost like feeding them in a way. But their energy seems like it's feeding you in some way as well. It feels like you're both giving to each other. But for some of you, maybe there has been some kind of mismatch, some kind of miscommunication, and this Chariot is like not moving forward in the way that it could. And this is like not forced. You're not obligated to do anything. But for some of you, you might be in that energy of disconnect. Maybe this refers to the past for some of you, because I think I did mention that maybe this connection could have gone through a moment of like disconnection from each other, kind of like a limbo type of thing. And for some of you, you might be in that energy, and we could be talking about the potential of the change this person might experience. We have I'm not the person I used to be, that came out while I was saying this. And bottom deck energies, I'm afraid of change. So this for me is the past of this person, is this energy that for some of you could be still relevant. But that doesn't mean this is the end. You don't have to choose this connection. You don't have to invest in it. But I'm not the person I used to be almost feels like it refers to this and goes with these. But of course, these messages are for your interpretation as well. So take them however they resonate. It could also just be that healing is messy, and sometimes we just go back to something we thought we were over or something we thought we figured out, and that's okay. It's not just a straight line. It's okay to have ups and downs. We're still flowing, essentially. Let's see what else wants to come through. Is there any other message that wants to come through for my beautiful child force? Is there any other message that wants to come through for my child force? Hello? I don't think we have not anything. So I'll just leave it be. Sometimes they just don't want to come out, and it's been different for every pile. We got a lot for some. We got like 1 for one of the piles. So I'll just move on to the Affirmators cards so we can get some advice. I'm tasting beer suddenly. Someone here might drink a lot of beer. I didn't have beer in a very long time, so there's no way. And it's not a real taste. Like, it's not as if I had beer, but I can taste it in my mind, if that makes sense. Let's see. We have grace. I face disagreements with grace and flow through the ups and downs of my relationships without getting thrown off center. With grace, I'm able to keep my cool, be my best self, and not resort to name calling, even when the crappy poo-poo face is being a douchey barf monster. We have loyalty. I'm there for the people I care about in whatever way they need me. Ride to the airport? No problem. Bail you out of jail? You bet. Go see your band again? Maybe. The point is, when I stand with them, I know I'm a part of something special. And to be honest, it doesn't suck to look around and remember they're standing with me too. That kind of giving to each other energy. And we have teamwork. I'm determined to be a good teammate in all of my relationships. If we disagree, I'll resist the urge to place blame and look for a way to solve the problem together. When we're a team, everything's a game. And when we're on the same side, nobody can lose. These came out in another pile. I don't know if they came out in the same pile, but I know I saw them both today before. Essentially, you shouldn't settle for anything that is less than the energy that you're giving out. So just because this person might be feeling this way, like they have hopes or faith in this situation, if this resonates with you, it doesn't have to mean that you must like stay in this situation or do what they want you to do. You are free to do what you want. And you shouldn't feel guilty for prioritizing yourself or putting your needs first. As a side note, but yeah, just keep in mind that you're free to do whatever you want. So yes, this is all I have for you, my beautiful pile fours. Let me know if this resonated. If it did not, there could be a message for you in another reading or in another pile. So if you feel called to do so, definitely do check those out. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Take care and bye.